Here are the 6 lots that I sold over this past weekend. It is Monday, January 1st, 2024. Happy New Year again. Yeah, as part of the total 21 so far that I've sold between Amazon and eBay. So these all sold on eBay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 DVD lots and 2 CD lots. So I want to talk about them in terms of what they sold for, where they came from, all that kind of stuff. I recommend, if you are getting large quantities of media, now it works better with DVDs and CDs in the sense of they take up less space, they're not as heavy, but you can also do book lots if they make sense, if you have the space, if you're willing to ship heavier items. That's also something you can do a lot of as well. You can put book lots together that make sense by the same author. The genre is kind of iffy, sort of depends, but the same set or series though, if you have a complete series of a book series, if you have the entire series, let's say there's 20 of them, 15 of them, 10 of them, 50 of them, whatever. If you have the whole thing or almost the whole thing, that makes sense. Same thing that goes with DVDs and CDs when it comes to TV box sets. This is Sons of Anarchy, the entire series, all 7 seasons. Those are easy sales. Easy. Somebody will buy those if you price them right, and they are in the discs are in good condition, playable condition, all of that kind of stuff. You take good photos, but nonetheless, complete TV box sets like that one will do really well, especially if they're in good to very good condition. When it comes to CDs, you can do it by by artist, by group, or even by genre. By era, you can do 1990s hip hop, you can do 1990s or 1980s pop, dance pop, or boy bands, 1990s boy bands, or 1990s, girl pop singers, that kind of stuff. You can do punk rock, 1980s punk rock, or heavy metal from 1985, that kind of stuff. DVDs you can do by like kids only. These were all Scholastic DVDs. This was Jane Fonda. This was one particular set or series here that I'll talk a little bit more about. So those are the kind of things that you can do when it comes to putting lots together on eBay. Just keep that in mind. So you can do this if you're cherry picking, but you're going to pay more per item. So you want to make sure that when you get that whole lot together, that it's going to make you profit, because if you're spending $1 or $2 on each item, you're really going to want to sell those. If it's 10 CDs and you're spending $1 to $2 each, so $2, $20, that you've spent on 10 CDs, but you've completed a set, and if you can sell that for $70, that might make sense. But if you're only going to sell it for $35 and you spend $20, maybe not so much. But if you're only spending 50 cents on the CD, or a quarter, or even less because you're getting them in bulk, you're going locally either to swap meets, flea markets, or you're going to garage sales, or you're looking on local apps like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and you're finding large quantities, like hundreds if not thousands of CDs or DVDs, then it makes more sense, right, to put lots together that might not sell for tons of money, but you're still going to make a decent profit, or enough money for what your business model is. So just a little bit of information about that and what my thought process is. The first one here is good old Jane Fonda, 2 DVDs of hers, Fit and Strong, Trim, Tone, and Flex, and these sold for $5.10 plus shipping. These were from a Gaylord. 3 of the lots here, this one, and that one, were all from the same bunch of Gaylords that I got last year. I'm sorry, technically 2022 in January. I'm sorry, in September. But I'm still selling stuff from that because there was just a ton of mixed media. So that was my cheapest one, least profitable one. It's funny that I had just gone through these, clearing out a bunch of boxes, and I kept those, and then they sold. But I am running a promotion on a lot of items, so it's clearing out and selling off a lot of that stuff as well. So that was good to get rid of those. This one is all Scholastic, like I said. I had this listed for $20, but I ended up getting $9.55 plus shipping, so not much money. There's certain kids DVDs, kids programming that does better than others. Also, it's quantity. 10 is a good amount, but if I had 20 or 30, it would be even better and more worth it, of course, because you can probably sell it quicker, price it right, look at what's selling, what they're selling for on eBay, and try to move it faster. But this did take a little bit longer, but it did sell, and now it's gone, and I freed up space for better items to sell, better lots to sell. This one is a shelf pull. I pulled this from my local store. This is all Duke Ellington CDs. There's 9 of them, sold for $12 plus shipping. I just listed this within the last less than a month, maybe like 3 weeks or so. I had pulled it from one of my shelves over there, my jazz CDs, to free up space for new inventory. I've talked about this before. I try to sell as much as I can here in the store, but sometimes certain artists, certain groups don't sell, and I get quite a selection and collection going in the store, and I will pull them if I need to create more space and sell them on eBay. So that's exactly what I did. So I'm glad that I got some money for them, freed up space, and someone is going to enjoy them that, is not locally here coming to my store. And then this was all Bartok here, which was a conductor. I believe he's a conductor. Maybe he's not a conductor. Maybe he is, I don't know, Bartok. I don't know much about classical, but these all had Bartok on it. And there are 10 of them, and it's sold for $15.99 plus shipping. And all of these were in a trade that I made back in June 27th of last year. So those took 6 months to sell, but yeah, they did sell. So again, it's the kind of thing where I did a trade. I wanted to make as much money as I could off that trade, try to pull some money through there, and then they just ended up taking longer. So I only had 10. There was a bunch of what do you call it? Classical CDs. And these were the ones that were Bartok. Now, if I had 20 or 30 or 40 Bartoks, it would probably sell quicker. But it did sell. So again, it depends on your business model. Depends on the amount of space you have. I'm trying to do really just better media, better CD and DVD and book lots in the sense of higher profit in general, moving quicker in general. But if it takes longer to sell, selling it for more money. So that's kind of what I am headed towards. This is Jewel School. Check these out. Came from that same Gaylord that I just talked about. Jewel School, it's called Jewelry Television. It's general beading, beads and wire, basic wire wrapping, get to know gemstones. So these are all related. They're all Jewelry Television DVDs. All of them are sealed, so that's helpful. Did sell for $16.05 plus shipping. So it took a little bit longer to sell, but some decent money off of that. And they don't take up too much space. So that wasn't too bad. Anytime something is sealed, and there's a bunch of them from the same set or series, consider selling those. This one sold for the most money. Again, this is a complete TV series of Sons of Anarchy, all 7 seasons. I will show you here. You can see there's all of them there. This came from a large donation from a while back, and it sold for $25.54 plus shipping. So those are the lots that I sold, a variety of them, a good amount of them. And again, I'm trying to sell off as many of them as I can to free up more space to put even better quality CD, DVD, and book lots, as well as there's always some VHS lots that I come across that make sense to do as well. And I've freed up a lot of space. I'm continuing to go through all those boxes over there, free up as much space as I can, getting rid of ones that just don't make sense, that I can sell in some other way, or just get rid of them to free up space. To move forward in 2024 to have a more streamlined, more profitable, quicker selling inventory of lots. You can do really great with media lots, but try not to get kind of bogged down in the lower profit, slower selling lots, which you can apply as well as to individual items on eBay or Amazon as well. But that's what I'm trying to avoid. Again, there's just no way to know 100% if something's going to sell super quick, but you can get a really great idea on that, or really good information by just researching on eBay and looking what has sold, for how much are in the lots, and how often those sell compared to how many are currently for sale. And if a high percentage of them are selling, then you probably have a good lot that will sell within at least, several months. I would say if you can sell your lots, turn them over within about 2 to 3 months, try to really reach for that 90-day turnover, then you're doing pretty well, because you're just going to be seeing a lot of sales. A lot of them will sell pretty quick. Some of them will take a little bit longer, but you just kind of churn them out and keep putting new ones out as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.